Welcome back. Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Hema Ramkissoon sitting in for Jason Williams this morning on this rainy Tuesday morning. Well, the digital space is driving into, we now call it the digipreneur. Entrepreneurs born out of the digital space. With the rapid expansion of the digital landscape comes the opportunities abound, and individuals are carving out their own niches and they're thriving on a local, regional, international level. From e-commerce to digital marketing to the internet, it's all revolutionized the way that we've done business. It's no more brick and mortar, but creativity, innovation, and a potential TikTok ban. What does it mean for all of our entrepreneurs in this digital space? Keron Rose is joining us now. Keron, how are you?
I am good. How are you? Glad to have you back today.
A little cameo just for the week. But you know, I want to get straight into it, and I know the hot topic, which was kind of trending all of the last couple of weeks, this potential ban on TikTok. And I always say TikTok has really leveled the playing field for young people in particular. You don't need to have the 25 letters behind your name. You don't need to have the big bank account. Banks don't need to approve you. You go on, you are yourself, and you have a business. I found my nail tech because of TikTok, right? So I know the power of it, right? But now let's talk a little bit about this ban. Does it impact us? How is it going to change everything?
Yeah, the ban is huge because we know that TikTok has been the driving force behind a lot of creatives getting found. Executives from the music industry in the US have heralded TikTok for the discovery of many new artists since the pandemic. A lot of businesses have literally built their businesses by leveraging TikTok. So this has a massive implication on, every single country that TikTok is in. And again, not just the US, there are also multiple countries that have been looking at the US, and they're coming up with their own ban of TikTok as well.
Is this simply an anti-China stance? Even though, because I always remember this Congress sitting with the poor CEO of TikTok being like, but I'm not even Chinese, but yeah.
Listen, honestly, yes, but here's the thing, and I think this is part of the discussion that gets missed every single time. China has banned all of the US applications for 15 plus years.
Yeah.
Facebook's banned, YouTube's banned, Google's banned. I personally don't know why is this a shock. China has never had a popular social media app. And now that they do, the US knows the kind of data that they mine through Facebook and Google and all the other applications that they have. That's why China has banned it for years now. Now the US is doing the exact same thing. You have a popular app. We believe you guys are using it to mine data. Whether you guys are or not, China doesn't know if the US is mining data, but they've banned it. They don't want to find out. And it's the same thing with the US. And the fact that they're passing this ban, telling them it's either you sell it to a US business or we're just banning it, to me, that is signaling the ban of TikTok. I don't think we make it to 2025 with TikTok.
That would have been my other question, is this all political machinations? But I do think it seems very serious. How is it going to change? So we talk about young people, and I say that TikTok has leveled, and you are right, music producers, this song, Beautiful Things, that blew up on TikTok, and it has now become the most popular streaming song in the world, coming out of a TikTok platform. So for businesses that operate, and that is their primary mode of reaching their customers, what does this mean for them? How do they have to change their modus operandi?
This is one of those things where you need to take action immediately. I do not believe you need to wait and see whether or not TikTok gets banned. Hema, we are old enough to remember High Five.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, there's so many platforms, right? MySpace, Vine.
ICQ, I remember that.
Periscope. Yeah. People are forgetting that all of these platforms, as popular as they were, they came and went. This is not anything new to us. The difference now is that people are making money from TikTok, and now, in light of the ban, whether it happens or not, now is a good time to start conditioning your people, to start migrating your audience. Get people onto your IGs, get people onto your YouTube Shorts, start to bring people onto the platform, onto other platforms. Also bring people to platforms that you own, like your website, your email list, your push notifications list, your SMS list. There's other platforms that you can start to bring people on, but don't wait because it's going to take you some time to migrate your TikTok audience to the other platforms that you have your name on.
How do we do this migration strategy? You know, you talk about using the push ads, you talk about taking traffic to your website, but as I mentioned, a lot of young people, you see people who have just taken a course and decide, let me be a makeup artist. And I'm not signaling out, but TikTok is a very visual, so you tend to see it. How would they start? Give us a little quick business plan on this.
Yeah, so first things first, I'm going to tell everybody that if the game is all about adaptability, right? Things are always going to come, things are going to go. Your focus has to be, I cannot be platform dependent. Anytime you are platform dependent, then when these things happen, it's going to impact you way more than other people. So if you are on TikTok and that's your main audience, my recommendation would be get a website. You want to get a website because a website is a platform that you own. Also get yourself an email list because you own the data on your email list. When you're creating content, your call to action should always be, hey, don't forget to sign up for my email list. Go check out my website. We have other things, other content on our platform. Let people know straight up, hey, there's a TikTok ban that's looming over our heads. We also create content on YouTube. Find all of our TikTok content on YouTube Shorts. YouTube is still the only platform in the Caribbean that offers Caribbean content creators and Caribbean businesses direct monetization. Right now, if you're on TikTok, the only way the creators are getting money is if they do brand deals or if they have a product and they can sell that product. But at least YouTube in the Caribbean still pays you for your views. So start trying to condition your audience. Let them know what other channels you're on and start to bring them over there.
Now, I know we've been concentrating on this ban of TikTok, so we've given some quick advice to those who are in that. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And according to Keron, you really just have to start moving your audience. You know, I want to ask about the revenue generation, because a lot of people still don't understand how to make money from your, and I'm not talking about the hi guys moment, like I'm not talking about the influencers, but you can monetize your platform. Give us a little 101 on that.
Yeah, so there is direct monetization and indirect monetization. Now, most businesses are going to be doing indirect monetization from day one, the minute they start. So if I have a product and that product is, let me hide the brand, but that product is water. If I come on and create some content around what our water is, why it's good, and I put that video out there and people see it and then they head to my website, they order a case or they walk into a store and they buy, that's indirect monetization. So businesses have been monetizing typically from day one, creating content and driving people to their platforms, whether it be online or their physical stores, and people have bought the products because they have seen the content. Direct monetization is when you're on a platform and you're getting paid for your views, right? So again, most of our social media platforms do not offer the Caribbean market direct monetization except for YouTube, but other monetization can happen in the form of, again, just selling your products on your website, and also platforms like affiliate marketing. A lot of us are affiliate marketing partners on Amazon, where if we talk about a product and I post a link to my Amazon store and you click on that link and you purchase it, I would have now made money from my content using my affiliate link.
It's a whole world of opportunities, and I think I always say it's no better time than to be alive than now, because back in the day when doors were closed and it depended on your networking, I'm currently reading Never Eat Alone, and I thought the world has changed so much and people have become overnight successes. So the dynamics of how you make connections is definitely changing. But I want to ask you, in terms of how can aspiring digital entrepreneurs navigate this competitive land space, because it now is very competitive. Everyone is on IG, everyone is on TikTok. How can they differentiate themselves in a crowded market?
So my firm belief is become a subject matter expert in a space. If you really learn a space and you start creating content around a space that you have some specialization in or expertise in, that's going to set you apart from people who are just jumping on social media and creating random content. We have a lot of comedy happening. We have a lot of comedians. That stuff is cool for the escapism. But if you really want to set yourself apart from the rest, specialize in an area, share your thoughts. Also, I like to say, don't be on the fence with your content. If you really believe in something, share your thoughts, share your perspectives, share your point of views, because that's always going to be different than everybody else. And also take the time to learn how to build a digital strategy. Social media is all but one place in the entire digital space. Yeah. You have platforms like your websites, the search engines. Now we have AI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini. We have all these platforms, but they learn all of their information from the internet. So if you start learning about different spaces outside of social media, you can build a much bigger digital footprint that doesn't just rely on one or two social media platforms, so that when a platform goes away, it doesn't impact you as much.
Before we wrap, Keron, I want to ask about ethical considerations. You spoke about the data mining at the beginning when we started a conversation with the TikTok and the China versus America, what the information. Ethical considerations for those in the digital space. What are some of the things that they need to consider?
There's some IP lawyers that would definitely be the best person to ask this question to, but I will say, don't put anything online that you don't want to be online. The reality is, when you look at the service agreements of all these platforms, whatever you post there tends to become their property, and they could use it however they see fit. Whatever you don't want online, don't put it online. A lot of people like to incriminate themselves, or they like to act like, hey, you know what? It's my platform. I could say what I want. It can never be used against me later on in life. Don't get out of that frame of mind. Whatever you put online somehow finds a way to be used against you. So just, have some discernment when you're utilizing anything that is digital. But yeah, we definitely should get an IP lawyer on the program and talk about the ethical considerations when it comes to social media and data.
Keron, thanks so much. Always enjoy the banter. And I know that this is such a blooming and evolving space, and I always say it's a great time to dive and to get into business. It's a great time to be an entrepreneur because the doors are really, there are no many doors. There are not many doors, and there are not many hindrances that you can't overcome in this digital space. Thanks so much. We take a very short break. When we come back, we'll have more for you. I'm Hema Rapkissoon. This is The Morning Brew.